Okay, so here we are again. Sorry about that. I had to run to the bathroom and then wash up and everything, so I just stopped it and I'm starting it again. And actually, this way, the peas got a chance to cook for a little bit, and I'm ready to add the next ingredients. So the split peas have been cooking along with the onions and the garlic. Now I'm going to add the carrots and the celery and the potatoes. Lots of potatoes. Maybe too many, huh? I think that's going to be plenty of potato. It's going to be very potatoey. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my turmeric smoked paprika mix. And I'll put a teaspoon, 5 milliliters. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of pepper just to activate that turmeric. And then it's just going to cook for about 30 minutes. And I'll blend a little bit of it, maybe just to make it creamy. Maybe a quarter of it, a half of it. And that's it. That's all there is. That's pretty simple. So I almost got her done. I need to tell my story on here. I don't know if I need to tell it tonight, but just to let you know, I've lost 40 pounds with the whole food, plant exclusive, no salt, no sugar, no oil, no flour, and no alcohol. And I've been on this since July of 2020. And for the last year, I've been maintaining. And my big quest is to maintain, to not gain this weight back, because I've been losing and gaining weight my whole life. Well, since I was probably 10 or 12. And I actually gave myself a weight problem by going on crazy crash diets and losing weight and then gaining that back and a little bit more, and developing the binging and denying pattern that is so typical of people like me, and just really becoming a processed food addict. And, really, it's drugs, processed food, caffeine, sugar, alcohol. It's all so addictive. And my heart goes out to all of us that are still hooked on the stuff and don't even know it, really, because, of course, we don't even want to go off it because it's so enjoyable when you're in it, when you're eating it. You can't think of not eating it, like dairy. Dairy is so toxic to our bodies. I had no idea that it's highly inflammatory and it causes cancer. It gives men a 70% higher chance of prostate cancer, and women get breast cancer. And the thing that really got it through to me was when I realized that a cow's milk is to help a baby calf gain 700 pounds in its first year. It drinks its mother's milk to become a big cow. And once it's matured, it doesn't drink any other mother's milk. And why are we drinking a mother's milk? I mean, of all things, that's the thing that mother's milk does, is helps whatever baby it is grow into maturity. So I grew up big enough, long, many years ago. I don't want to get any bigger. So that's my hope, is there's any way I can help someone with this program, because this lifestyle, it's for a year. I've kept this weight off, and never in my life have I been able to keep weight off, let alone lose this 40 pounds. Now, I had been 80 pounds heavier than I am now. And the first 40 pounds, I gradually was able to get off. But I mean, I've bicycled across around the perimeter of the United States, 12,000 miles, and that wasn't enough. You can't exercise it off. You can't outrun or outride the standard American diet. I mean, even those of us that we think we're eating healthy because we're eating white meat and staying away from beef and trying to eat seafood. I mean, they contaminated it all so much with antibiotics and the poor fish, they're fishing out all the fish in the ocean so that they can get the target fish, and the fish that people don't want, they just let them die. They cut the fins off of sharks and toss them back in the water, and they starve to death because they can't go anywhere because they have no fins. It's just awful what they've done, the way they treat pigs and cows and chickens, and they're in terrible, terrible crammed quarters, and there's so much pus and bacteria and infection. That's why they've got to give them antibiotics. And guess what? If we eat those animals, then they're in us, and that's now everybody's resistant to antibiotics. Not everybody, but a lot of us. So I listen to interviews all the time with the Dr. Greger, Dr. Bolshevik, Dr. Esselstyn, Chef AJ interviews all kinds of different people, and I'm I'm getting educated in a lot of the things that are happening right now. The fact that medical doctors aren't really educated in nutrition, and family practice docs, they're burning out because nobody ever gets better. And that's the way pharmacology wants it. They don't want people to get better. And it's not because they're mean. They have the bottom line. They're just making money, and they found us to be just an awesome entity for them to make money. If we get chronic illnesses and get on a medication for the rest of our lives, and something that won't heal. So in fact, something that gets progressively worse to where we need more and more and more medications. I mean, if you go to the doctor and you say you're not on any medications, they can't believe it. What do you mean you're not on any medication? Are you sure you're not on any? Yeah, I'm sure. So, well, I want to help in any way I can. And so that's why I'm going ahead and making these YouTubes as I learn how to do them. And I'll try to show you everything I've learned in the couple of years that I've been doing it. And it's I keep things simple, basic. I don't really eat or fix a lot of fancy things. Uh, but I think you'll like some of the stuff that I make, and I hope you'll try it. And if you're intimidated to make it yourself, I'll make it, and you can come over and try it. For anybody who's local to me. So I'll tell more of a story, but that's enough for tonight, right? So, let me know if there's anything you want me to make. Like Susie said, she wants me to make my lentil tortillas that I learned from Jill. Jill, she's got a website too, plant powered cooking, or the plant-based cookbook, or she's on YouTube, and she makes wonderful things. I make recipes I get all kinds of ideas from all the different people, the wonderful people on here that have gone plant-based, and they share their recipes. And I have Chef AJ's unprocessed secrets to ultimate weight loss. I've got the starch solution. I've got reverse and prevent heart disease by Dr. Esselstyn, and of course, Jane and Ann are the ones that do all the cooking. So, and they've got a new cookbook out, the Woman Warrior cookbook. They're wonderful to watch. There's so many that we can't go wrong. We've got a whole woman force out here. So come join us. All right. I don't know if I'll be cooking anymore here because now Stephen's coming back, and Wednesday we're going to start back home. But once I get home, we I will start showing you because I'll have to. Well, actually, when we get home, we do have one more thing we've got to do. We're going to go to True North and do a fast, 10-day fast and 5-day refeed. So we had actually scheduled that where we would be there right now. But then Stephen really wanted to come here and do this retreat. So we pushed the stay at True North to the 28th of November and came and we're doing this. So we will have to run and do that. And then we'll be back home and I'll start really showing you lots of things. And if you do have any questions about traveling and cooking, I in the journal, our crazy guy in a bike journal, I wrote up a bunch of stuff of what I take with me when I travel by car, what I take with me when I travel by bicycle, or this way, where we took the airporter and then took a flight, spent the night at a hotel, just the different things that I carry so that I'll be prepared. And the different things I do, like call the hotel ahead of time and ask, do you have a microwave? Do you have a refrigerator? What's in the room? And I also look up near the hotel if there's a grocery store, things like that. What time are we getting in? Will we have time to go to the store? That kind of thing. So if you want to know more information about that, I could actually do a video on that. So let me know. Okay, so sweet dreams, everybody. And you can see this in the morning and let me know what you want to do. If you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Or give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or just comment. And I'd love to see if there's anybody out there who has anything that we can share with. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.